It's my second podcast of the week. I did it yesterday, and then I'm doing one today. So episode 79, why? I want to I had a feeling, right, to kind of explain a little bit more of what I talked about yesterday. I kind of felt like yesterday was redundant. You like my Raiders hat? Hey guys, I'm not a Raiders fan, by the way. I am a Jets fan, right, because I am from New Jersey. So I'm a New Jersey Jets fan, also known as the New York Jets. And I work for the Raiders. Well, not for the Raiders, but I work at the stadium. So this is the only hat that I'm allowed to wear to keep my head warm because my shit is bald, right? Anyway, so buying a hat that I can wear at work makes me happy, right? Because then I'm not cold. Because the back of my head gets really cold. And when you're out there, sometimes I'm stationed outside. Like, it's cold. It's pretty cold for Las Vegas. So it's not New Jersey cold. Okay, that's where it's like so cold it hurts your bones. This one's where it's cold where it just hurts your skin. And then you complain about it and maybe get some windburn. Usually I get a lot of windburn because it's super windy out here. But anyway, how can you find your happiness? And the one thing I talked about yesterday is literally finding it within yourself, right? And that was just one thing that I listened to this morning. And then when I meditated, I kind of thought about it even more. And in a personal level, where did happiness come from me? When did I find, I don't want to say full happiness, right? Because I don't think there's such thing as a full happiness. Then you're just, I don't know who you are if you're completely happy all the time, but that's not me for sure. But when I found my happiness, I did this. Or you can do this, sorry. Freeing yourself from your old story. Or personally, freeing myself from my old story. It's pretty self-explanatory, right? Because what's making me unhappy? A lot of what I ended with last time was I had a lot of heartbreak, right? And heartbreak is when someone breaks their expectation you had the expectations of. What is it? Heartbreak is someone breaking the expectations you had of them, right? And I had a lot of heartbreak. So me thinking about who I was and what I had, and then losing it, like makes me sad. It makes me angry. It makes me not happy, right? And then moving forward, trying to think about how I can make Crank work out here, or how I could be a trainer out here, or how we could do things out here in the future, but still involved in the same story. I'm not happy. Right? The only way I became a little happy, or at least found being content, was when I let go of the person that I used to be. That's very difficult, right? It's very, very difficult to do. It's a very difficult task to ask for one person to do, right? But if you're not happy, there's something inside that you're not happy with. Right? It's never usually the situations that are in front of you. It's not someone else's fault. It's always within. Right? The reason you're not happy is because there's something about you that you feel like you're in lack of. There's something about you that you are fearful of. There's something about you that you're afraid to change or even open up a different story. And like I said, it's difficult. It's not it's not an easy thing to do. It's super challenging, it's super hard, and it is very uncomfortable to do it. You know, I hate saying, hey, get comfortable doing the uncomfortable. Shut up. Comfortable, uncomfortable. It's hard. Changing your life or a transformation in your life is difficult, right? But like, what's difficult? I can't think of what it is. I had in my head like a second ago. Now it's gone. What did I have it in here? No, that's a picture of my dad. It's pretty cool. iPhone's pretty cool. It's on a shuffle wallpaper. There's my dad. Oh, it's gone. And it'll change like every half hour. It'll give you a different picture based off the faces that you choose. Oh, wow, I did write it down. Okay, here it is. So discomfort, pretty much discomfort is the price of admission to a meaningful life. Now, I heard someone say this for sure. Discomfort is some lady, I don't remember what her name is. Discomfort is the price of admission to a meaningful life. Or it's the price you got to pay for a nice ticket, right, to a meaningful life. That's what discomfort is. You can't not go without it. You can't not go without being discomfort or having discomfort or not feeling comfortable. It's the ticket to a meaningful life. It's pretty great analogy, a great thought, right? A great philosophy. That being uncomfortable and discomfort is the price, right, of admission to a meaningful life. So transitions, transformations, whether it's physical, career, mental, it's a difficult task to do. You know, and you're going to go through pain, and pain is good. Like pain and sadness and anger are great emotions. And the people that pretend that they don't feel it, they just hide it, you guys are hurting more than anyone. Because that's suppressing those feelings. That's suppressing the emotions. You know, when you suppress too much, guess what happens when you start suppressing? You get depressed. When you suppress your emotions to a full extent, depression starts to set in. And that is a fact. So you got to look within yourself, right? And what are things that you can do right now to change that? Is you have to look at yourself and see if you actually like that person. Because if you don't like that person, most people are not going to like you either. And you're going to have a hard time just dealing with everyday life. You know, there's got to be a couple things that you like about yourself. There's got to be something that makes you happy about you. And if not, then you got to find it. You know, I'm not saying tough shit. Like, no, this is now you have work to do. Like, this is where we have to do work. And guys, listen to me. Like, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you what I'm doing. Right? I'm telling you presently what I'm doing to find and love the self-hating, manipulative, sad, anger, disgusting person that I really think I am. You think I'm here trying to preach to you? Like, oh no, you've got to find it within yourself to make sure your heart is of gold. And then once it's made of gold, you crush it. And then you sprinkle it on the world. So gold dust is everywhere. I'm not saying that. I don't even know what the fuck that came from, honestly. I'm not saying that. I'm telling you that I am just as messed up as maybe you are because you're listening to this. But I'm telling you what I'm going through to, again, love a person that doesn't love himself. To find some happiness in a person that doesn't believe there is any. To finally enjoy the company of my own skin. I could give you an 80% of me hating me and 20% of me kind of liking me. And this is the work that I have to do. Right? 80% of me hates my guts. 20% of me maybe likes a little bit of me. Would you define that as happy? I don't know if I would define that as happy. Because I'm not here to tell you what happy is. I'm not telling you, like, you have to do this and this is how it's going to be. I'm not some guru that's on 7,000 podcasts. No, I'm just telling you what I'm doing presently to kind of like myself a little bit better. Because if you've been on this podcast, if you've been on this YouTube channel, you know that I fucking hate me. right? And it's so much easier for me to say I hate me than I love me. Ain't that weird? Because I could script it all day long and I could say like, oh man, I love me and this is why I love me and I love me. But it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel genuine. When I say, I fucking hate my guts, like that resonates better. And that's where the change has to happen. Like it's not, I want it to, no, it has to happen. I have to move that grid from 80% of hate to at least 50%. I should at least like myself 50%. And I should at least like myself or hate myself 50%. That's got to be even, right? But hopefully one day the happiness or the love of myself will maybe outweigh how much I hate myself. Because I said it in another podcast that my worst enemy is me. If you want to know, the person that hates me the most is me. And I feel like if you're watching this, you have the same type of feelings towards yourself. No, honestly, I feel like there's a lot of people, even in this fucking complex around me, they feel the same way. But we gotta find a way, guys. Like we gotta find a way to love ourselves, to feel better about ourselves, at least 50% of the time. Now, let's be realistic. I'm not gonna go from a complete emo that would love to just wear black, well, I still do anyway. Would love to just wear makeup and like black nails and then drop my kids off and everyone judge me the entire time. I fucking love it. Like I love that look. I'm not gonna do it because I know doing that is not gonna make me feel better. But I would do it, man. Like I would wear straight up eyeliner, white face. I would get real skinny. Nah, probably not. I'm practicing playing the guitar. Right, because I want to do better things. You know, I want to learn different things. But I'm not going to do that. It would be awesome. Tom's on. Of course, I'm really good at putting on my own makeup. I'm not going to lie. I'm really, really good at it. But I know, every once in a while it's cool. Halloween and whatever I want. But to do it all the time, it's not going to make me feel good, So I try to do things just like you would be doing and just trying to make one thing a little better for yourself. One accomplishment a day to do so. You want to hear something really fast? Here's a real self-hating thing I did yesterday, and it has to do with fitness, okay? Dom's on. I feel disgusted about myself. I felt like when it happened, I didn't know what to do with myself. And I felt so disappointed. That's the word. So disappointed in myself. I went to do push-ups. I'm the master of push-ups, right? Oh, see? I was the master of push-ups. I went to go do a couple push-ups, and I couldn't do 10 without pain. Without weakness. I don't know what was going on. I went to do push-ups and I couldn't bend my wrists. Now, I don't know if I ate something. I have a lot of arthritis. If you look at my weird fingers, if you could see that, I don't know, look at this pinky. They're all jacked up, right? So I got arthritis and I think it's building down into here because my ability to bend my wrists is hard. Look when I bend it, watch. See my pinky? Watch the pinky bend. It's weird, right? It's so weird. I don't know. So if I straighten it out, I have to force it to straighten out. So anyway, I went to do push-ups and I literally couldn't do 10. I got 10 done because in my head I was like, here's what I said. I said, what I'm going to do to be more consistent? I'll do 50 push-ups, 50 squats, 50 sit-ups, or some type of ab exercise every single day for 100 days. Right? That's what I want to do. It's 50. It's not that much. I couldn't do 10. And when I couldn't do 10, I really didn't understand what was happening with my life. I sat there for a minute, almost wanted to cry. Instead, gave myself a minute, and then I went to do more push-ups, and then I got another 10 out. Right? But I couldn't do, if I have a goal of 50 push-ups, I would at least be able to do 30 good ones without having to stop. So in that moment, a lot of self-reflection and self-realization had to come. So I looked at myself and I go, listen, you can't be fucking mad at yourself for not being able to do 50 push-ups, nonetheless 10. Why can't you do it? Well, then I looked. When was the last time I did a push-up? A month ago. I haven't done push-ups in over a month. Not saying I haven't worked out, right? Not saying that I haven't done some kettlebell work or jiu-jitsu, but I haven't done push-ups in such a long time. It's always okay to drop your ego and be real with yourself. Heck yeah. Fuck yeah, because it's where we stand presently. Dom, it's a great comment. Like it's where we stand presently. We have to drop the ego down. Because I'm only used to the guy that would do 100 push-ups before he went to sleep every night. For years I did that. Sure, they were wrestler push-ups, so it wasn't real push-ups, right? You know, whatever. Who cares? Who's counting, right? It's not a contest. It's a goal. And I just had a lot of trouble doing it. And it hurt. It hurt. I told my wife, I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Because last time I did push-ups, I had to do them on dumbbells because I couldn't bend my wrists. But I still did them. And I did like a half Murph workout inside the garage. And that was like a month ago. And when I went to go do the push-ups for my own self-challenge, I couldn't do it. It was crazy for me. It's because I haven't done it. You know, and I want you to think about all the things in your life that you do or used to do, right? Maybe. That you don't do anymore. Maybe you meditated back in the day and now you don't. Maybe you looked in the mirror and talked shit about yourself. Like, yeah, you're the best. You are the best. And I can't wait to see you do great in life. Like, you used to do that? Did it make you feel good? Fucking do it again. So I do push-ups every day now. Broken up into whatever it is. It's a lot easier. After that first one, my body, I guess, recognized exactly the pattern, what was going on, but it doesn't feel right still. Like when I'm doing push-ups, it's painful, right? It doesn't feel like it's working anywhere except for my shoulders. It's like usually I feel it in my chest and I'll feel it, not too much actually, in my tricep, but it's kind of like the wires, right, are not wired the same way. And it's the same thing with your brain. You're not wired the same way because of trauma, because of something that happened, because of life, because of your depression or seasonal depression. Right now would be great. But we got to start finding patterns or things that help us connect ourselves to a better outlook of ourselves. Like I said, I hate me more than anyone else in this world. So if you think you hate me, take a fucking ticket. Because I got the golden ticket. But I am working, my friends, to love myself. Or at least a piece of myself. More and more every day. And how am I doing that? Self-reflecting, changing my old story, developing different habits. Because what I was doing is not going to help me now. Right? The things that I was doing, the habits that I had, even yesterday, are not helping me presently. So I have to find that way to kind of make sure it helps me feel better. And I think I'm on the right path. So today I want you guys to think about, take a long, hard look at yourself. And like Dom said, drop the ego. And it's okay to drop your ego. Ego's popping in everywhere, so it doesn't matter. It's very hard to drop an ego. It's coming. It's gold dust. It's dust and gold, right? That ego is gonna fucking put a little piece of dust everywhere it hangs out. But we gotta do our best to let ego sit aside and really reflect on, do you like who you are? Because if you don't like who you are, I don't know. I just feel like it's going to be a long, hard road. A long, hard road for someone that deserves better. For someone that deserves a proper life that matters. So, 2 keynotes real fast. Keynotes. I definitely this is why I talk today, right? Number 1, freeing myself from my old story. You're not who you used to be. You're not who you were. If you were who you were, you have not grown at all. Right? So let go of the stories that you have inside your mind about yourself. Number 2, that I think that was a real good one, discomfort is the price of admission to a meaningful life. You got to go through pain. You got to go through discomfort. You got to go through the ringer. It's going to make you better. For those of you guys that haven't done anything challenging, well then, you haven't done much for your life. Unless that's the way you want it. I'm not going to judge you. You got to feel pain. The best thing, but more importantly, is learning from it. Right? What did you learn? What else did it give you? And how did it shape you presently? All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for coming out today for episode number 79. Surprise, surprise. I got to pick up my kid. I got some Vietnamese soup on the stove. I can't smell it, so maybe I have a cold now. I'm not sure. I'm really getting nervous because I don't want a fucking cold, but I was outside all night, twinkling some lights with Santa Claus. But it should smell more, but it's not. Peace out, Boy Scout. All right. I'll see you later. Bye, guys.